What a nice day it is to be a Montreal Canadiens fan, and have all of our attention focused on one of the best young prospects the NHL has seen in a very long time. At least since the Connor Bedard sweepstakes, I guess, or even Macklin Celebrini. I don't know, maybe that's a little bit too much to say, but still, today we're talking about the top prospect in the Montreal Canadiens organization. No, it is not Lane Hutson because he ain't a prospect anymore. Today we're talking about Ivan Demidov once more, because of a piece made on TVA Sports that dives into a lot of the recent commentary about Demidov from Montreal Canadiens teammates. These comments are all coming from the same Montreal Canadiens En Direct du Golf Laval sur le Lac golf tournament, and I'm just saying that because I can't actually read French properly, so that's my bad. But I'll leave a link in the description of this article written and published by Dave Levesque on tvasports.ca. Montreal Canadiens players are blown away by Ivan Demidov's incredible talent. This piece dives into the various pieces of commentary that Habs players went out there and spewed, and I think a lot of folks are going to get tremendous value out of this. Let's dive into what Zachary Bolduc said about Ivan Demidov. He is the most talented guy I've ever played with. I'm excited to have him on my team. He basically does what he wants with the puck, Bolduc said at the Canadiens golf tournament on Monday. Now, I'll just say this right here. Zach Bolduc's played with some pretty talented players over the years. Not just the fact that he was playing for the St. Louis Blues in the most recent season, which, of course, boasted the likes of Robert Thomas, Jordan Kyrou, and a few other interesting names like Braden Shen and Pavel Buchnevich. But Bolduc also spent some time in the QMJHL. Unfortunately, though, I can't really find any super amazing players that Bolduc played alongside of. Actually, nah. He played for Team Canada's U17 Red Squad in 2019-20, and on that team, he had the likes of Wyatt Johnston, Logan Stankoven, Josh Waugh, and others on his team. So, yeah, maybe it's picking at straws here, but Zach Bolduc implying that Ivan Demidov is more talented than some of these other guys? Okay, we can't say that for sure. These guys were like 16 when Bolduc played with them. Demidov is now a lot older than that. Okay, maybe that was like a little bit too far-fetched to dive into Bolduc's entire playing history to see whom it is he's suited alongside of, but he did say Demidov's the most talented guy he's ever played with. Going back to the article here, the other newcomer, Noah Dobson, agreed. For such a young player, Demidov is already so talented. He's going to keep getting better, which is scary, he enthused. His work ethic is very good. He's on the ice for hours, and sometimes it's hard to get him off. That, of course, bodes very well with what Kent Hughes said, how Demidov is obsessed with getting better at hockey. The guy doesn't leave the ice. The guy's dedicated to his craft, and he is very, very skilled. That's like the lethal combo, isn't it? Top-tier elite skill and talent alongside of top-tier elite work ethic. Demidov is going to be a monster, and as long as these habits continue to build and stack up upon themselves over the next few years, I don't think Montreal Canadiens fans have anything to worry about when it comes to how good Demidov is going to perform in his first season and in the seasons after. Sammy Montembeault spoke out about Ivan Demidov as well. He said this, that he has really good hands. He has so many great skills. He is fast, dynamic, his hands are as fast as his skates, and he can change direction so quickly. The goal he scored on a breakaway on Saturday against Winnipeg, a lot of players would have been tempted to shoot, but he just brought the puck back. And that's exactly what happened on that play against Winnipeg. Demidov kind of had to chase the puck a little bit as he went in on the breakaway, but instead of just throwing it towards the goal, He decided to make a move. He went left, right, left, and then he kind of just waited out the goalie. Really nice play there for Demidov, and it's just that quick decision on the fly that put him in a pretty great spot to get the shot off and the inevitable goal that Sammy Montembeault was giving credit for here. Not everybody can show that level of poise, patience, and skill to match the pace that he plays with like Demidov can, and we gotta remember, this guy's a teenager. Scrolling down here in the article, what's striking about Demidov's case is that he does all of this with a smile that spreads like a virus through a kindergarten classroom. His smile is contagious, admits Lane Hutson. He has fun on the ice, and we are very lucky to be able to be around him. Now, I think that quote can be taken out of context here. Lane Hutson saying that Demidov has a very contagious smile. Oh, that's so sweet. Ay, ay, ay. Get your fanfics out of the comment section, guys. We don't need that here. But, of course, I think Lane Hutson also is a pretty good attitude on the Canadiens roster. He's got a pretty good head on his shoulders, and Demidov seems to be fitting in well with the vibes, too. So, obviously, for Montreal Canadiens fans, we've been seeing this over the course of the past few years. Vibes in Montreal are just so high right now, and I think just getting out of the Shea Weber captaincy era with Jeff Petrie and Sherratt and Tatar and Deneau and all of those guys, to see Nick Suzuki and Cole Caulfield just take all of that in as rookies in the National Hockey League and inevitably carry that forward into what we are seeing today with the Montreal Canadiens. Of course, this bodes extraordinarily well to the young core that is suiting up today, and we are seeing a lot of that camaraderie be put into place. A lot of guys seem to like each other. No beef going on like Miller and Pettersson like we had seen in Vancouver, so Lane's speaking the truth out here. You also had Nick Suzuki having some comments on Demidov. It's exciting. His talent is obvious. It was a lot of fun watching him play in the rookie game, just as it was skating with him most of the summer. He's a quick learner, and he works very, very hard. Seems like everybody is making it a point to talk about Ivan Demidov and his work ethic. That, of course, is a very underrated part that I think fans, we don't necessarily see every day unless you're going to the practices in Brassard, unless you're actually seeing him work out and try to improve his game. The video footage that we get once in a while of him just trying to work on a specific skill or something like that, these are the moments where Canadiens fans really start to appreciate what it is they drafted in 2024. And it was probably one of the steals of the draft, if I'm gonna be honest. This article then goes out there and concludes with some other Lane Hutson comments. He says this: I get goosebumps watching him play. It was pretty special to see him in a packed Bell Center Saturday night. And oh boy, packed Bell Center indeed. I hope that becomes a lot more of a common sight over the next few years. We already got a slight taste of that after Demidov made his arrival in Montreal from that flight that was the #1 tracked flight in the world. Yeah, it's kind of crazy when you think about it. Like, just remembering that that happened, the fact that he was flying from Moscow over to Toronto, and everybody in Montreal Canadiens land was paying attention to the gosh darn plane. That's ridiculous. Like, we know hype for players exists, and Canadiens fans can be very excited to see that go down, but the way that Habs fans just obsessed over this guy, I mean, yeah, packed Bell Center indeed, not just for the Prospects game on the weekend, but for Demidov's debut against Chicago. Bad back check and all, he still scored 2 points. He still lit the Bell Center on fire. And I think for all of us, we're just kind of hoping that that continues into 2025, 2026. And why should it not? The guy has been so electric. The guy's been nothing but phenomenal every step of the way. And at the end of the day, I think a lot of Canadiens fans are going to be more than satisfied with what this guy is able to bring out there on the ice. But with all this in mind, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you feel about some of the Canadiens players speaking out on Ivan Demidov, giving their thoughts and giving their excitement? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.